Yo, what's good, guys? We're back with episode 2 of, I don't know, we gotta start calling the series something. We'll call it something eventually, but we're just breaking down the CDL matches from the weekend. And if you're new here, I'm basically just gonna go through all the CDL matches that happened and give my honest opinion on how the team's looking, the teams that I played are looking, my insight on certain plays that happened in the match, and kind of break down a few things of how people may be thinking, just from a, just from a professional myself, and how I would be thinking in situations, and go over our matches as well and give a little deeper breakdown of how we were thinking, what was going on, what were the comms type things, since I obviously played them. But yeah, same thing as last week's video. Hope you guys like it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. I say this time let's do like some little heartwarming happy holidays comments. Cause happy holidays to everybody that's watching. Thank you guys for watching again. And yeah, let's just expand the conversation with some nice things. You know, it's Christmas break, and let's make it jolly, as they say. But yeah, let's get right into the video and get right into the matches. Once again, hope you guys liked the video. To start the weekend, we had Heretics versus Legion. It ended in a 3-1 victory for Heretics. And I will say, Miami has been looking pretty good. They're definitely a weird team to play against because I said it last week, like they have a pretty unique play style compared to other teams. And I think that catches a lot of teams off guard. But I also don't think that Vegas has been looking that good either. So who knows? Series looks pretty close. I don't know who started on good side of terminal, but I'm assuming Vegas started on good side because they won. That's normally how the map works. Miami just won the next 3. Looks like there's close S&D. Vegas probably could have won this. Vegas, I mean, looks like Vegas could have won this series. Just looking at it, just because obviously they lose round 11 and they lose last round invasion control, which I'm assuming that Miami Heretics had defense, just because that's normally who's going to win the map. If Vegas lost on the offense, lost on the Miami offense, that would be criminal, respectfully. But yeah, once again, Miami's looking pretty good. I think Vegas is not looking too well, and I think they gotta definitely go back to the drawing boards and figure some things out because, yeah, once again, they're not looking too well. Next match on the weekend was LA Thieves and Boston. I mean, I definitely didn't expect this to be LA Thieves 3-0. Not saying that LA Thieves are a bad team. I just thought on paper, looking at the match itself and the scrimming both teams, they're pretty evenly matched. I definitely didn't think this match was going to go this way into 3-0. I didn't think either team was going to, let me not say either team was going to win it. I just didn't have a favorite team in this. Obviously was a little biased to the LAT team because it's my old team, but yeah, I mean, I think LAT just dominated the series. They looked really well in the first hard point, if I remember correctly, and they actually clutched up in the high rise control. So this was one of those series for Boston. I think they definitely didn't expect it either, and I feel like I guess I'll kind of like speak ahead, but they needed a win, and they needed a series to like back them up, like I guess community wise with the eyes, because I feel like everybody was kind of doubting this team of Boston and not really thinking they were a good team, and they kind of needed a bounce back match, and I think they eventually did that this weekend, which we'll go over the match eventually. But yeah, good match out of LAT, and I think this match right here just shows like how inconsistent, I wouldn't say the game is right now, but how inconsistent like some teams are really playing, because LAT comes out in 3-0s and then I think they get 3-0'd by LAG, if I remember correctly, and that's just not a good thing if you're a LAT fan. I'll just say that. But yeah, going into the next match, we had us versus Seattle, the old revenge match. So we're already underdogs because people who are playing their revenge match usually always fry and win the match, and it's definitely a weird thing. But yeah, I mean, Seattle, good team. They were looking really well going into this weekend. They were 2-0, and obviously we knew it was going to be a pretty tough matchup because nobody considers them a top 4 team. But like from scrimming them and hearing things from other teams, they're definitely a force to be reckoned with. Like they can win these matches versus any top 4 quote unquote team. And going into it, I mean, first map Skid Row, we started off on bad side Skid Row, and it started off pretty rough, but I would say we I wouldn't say we expected it to start off as rough as it did, but the map itself is kind of set up for that. Like if you spawn on the good side of schedule and you win the P1, you're normally gonna win the P2 unless you absolutely scam. And so they went up really early, I think like 170 to like 90 or something like that, and we ended up like breaking back to back hills. Super typical out of us, because I think the second half of the game was like almost like pitch perfect for us, how we were playing, how we were working together, how we were calming. And then it came down to the last P5 where I obviously made the crazy insane play. I'll actually watch it because we're here, you know, might as well. And I'll kind of just go over my thought process with the, let me turn it down a little bit, my whole thought process with the play, because I mean a lot of people are calling it luck, which there is a little bit of luck to it. I will agree, there is definitely a little bit of luck to it. But overall, the idea of the play isn't luck in my head. Like I'm not thinking, oh, I'm about to get lucky. So basically, we just won the P4. We're going into this rotation, and I'm dead. We're on the road. Like we're obviously trying to like win the game, obviously. But Seattle's set up for new. They just lost the P4, and they're basically set up to win the game. They went off the new P5, and they just need to set up all 4 lanes and kind of you know, lock down lanes and shoot them together. But 8 ends up spawning out RCDs, and it sets up Fred for a 2-piece. He ends up killing Kyler here. Turns gets a 2-piece. Boom. At this moment, I'm commenting, oh, Ender top P2, Ender top P2. We're missing a Booza, and we're gonna obviously assume a Booza's in the new hill because there's only 7 seconds left on the old hill. Somebody needs to be in the new hill. So Ender top P2, a Booza in the new hill. So at this point, as soon as Fred gets a 2-piece and I spawn up close here, I'm thinking I'm just gonna run at the left as fast as I can, because either top P2 is gonna have to look at garage or look at the cross. And if he's looking garage, that means the guy on the hill is looking at the cross, and then vice versa. That means if he's looking at the cross, the guy on the hill is looking at garage, because obviously at this point AG gets the 2 kills. So at this point, I'm thinking, let me just full sprint this. I'll take whatever gunfight I need to take and try to win a 1v1 and bless us with the spawn. So AG challenges Ender here, tries to rip him out of P2. He's calling out one shot top P2. So as soon as I hear the one shot top P2 call out, I'm thinking there's no way Ender's gonna chow the cross, and if he does, maybe I can chow him from the cross spot and kill him really quick. Because if I kill him, it gives Bruce a free route through tunnel to P2. Because obviously nobody on the hill really, nobody here can really watch tunnel or watch everything in general, because they don't really know where we're spawning, and we kind of don't know where they're spawning either at this moment. And so here I'm just like, oh, let me just try to cross. So right here, you see, I slide and I aim top, because I'm thinking Ender's one shot. If he chows me here, it's a free kill. And in this moment, I don't see Ender here at the low P2. I don't. And when I see him not shooting the cross or nobody peeking the cross, I know my timing's there. And I know the only way that I die here is if the guy on the hill is channeling me, like close, like literally peeking his cross, or he's back left. At this moment, I'm like, let me just get past this wall. And a Booza does get some bad timing here. But my idea here is that I got to cross. Once I've crossed this spot, I'm either about to get wall banged and die, or somebody's about to take a gunfight on me. So at this moment, I know that, well, I don't know. I don't know if they see me cross. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, Ender didn't see me cross. Maybe the guy on the hill see me cross. So let me play for a gunfight here. So that's why instead of me instantly running to the hill to get the kill on the hill, I wrap to my left, because I'm like, oh, wait, a Booza's on the hill. He can instantly chow me here. And if I lose the gunfight, the game's lost. So let me put myself in the best situation to win a gunfight and also live. So I wrap to this heady, and I obviously take my time, because my teammates said they may spawn behind you. Look at my back. I look for this guy on the tom. I'm waiting for him to pick up the tom, because I'm waiting for my teammates to get close enough for me. If I get the kill, if I get a kill and get traded, we're all hitting the tom at the same time. So at this moment, I'm like, I'm waiting for a Boozer to scam. And then I think Ant or somebody gave me the call out like, yo, he's behind the car on tom, behind the car on tom. And at that point, I pounce. I'm like, oh, free kill them. Free kill. They don't even know I'm here. They haven't even looked. Nobody's looking at me. Nobody's shooting at me. Nobody's idea. Boom. 2-piece setup for me. Hill is broken at this point, and basically game's won. And I mean, fantastic play out of me. So, I'm not trying to self-gas, but I think in the moment, a lot of people, a lot of players would have just instantly ran into the hill and just tried to kill the guy on the hill. Because in this moment right here, if a Boozer see me cross, he could have just laid down and waited for me to push this gate. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to make too much. He doesn't have to do too much. If he see me cross, he just had to lay down the hill or just chow me. You know what I mean? But like, I'm thinking, okay, if he lays down the hill, then if he lays down the hill, I can take my time. That means he's not pushing me. I can take my time and do whatever I want with this play. If he pushes me, I'm on a god heady right here. You know what I mean? So that was basically my thought process going into it. I think there's a little luck to it, the cross, but I think with how kills go down right here, the 2 kills and it's a really close match, that the comms are probably pretty hectic for them, so they're probably tweaking on what each other is watching. Like they're giving up, looking at stuff, giving up. See, like right here, where he ends up getting in the spot right here, Abusa, if he's in this car corner right here, he sees me cross. Now, does he kill me? Yes, there's a possibility of him wallbanging me, but if he doesn't kill me, that means he has to come chow me or just sit on the hill like a sitting duck and wait for me to make a play. Anyways, overall, great map out of us. Insane comeback. And then we won the Karachi S&D. Pretty dominant. Great comms out of Ant, or great calls out of Ant for our S&D strats on this map. And then Karachi control. I personally thought if there was a map for us to lose, it would be the S&D going into this, because Seattle's a fantastic S&D team. And once we won the S&D, I was like, oh, this is 3-0. We're about to be out of here early. Let's get it done right here. We lose the Karachi control, and it's definitely off the back of like some trolls by me and Ant. I wouldn't say it's trolls. It's just that Seattle played it well and put us into a situation that we've never gotten to in Scrim. So we really haven't like came up with a game plan on how we wanted to like adapt to that situation, and we did not adapt in the game. And then after the map, we kind of quickly went over like, yo, we should have did this. AG was like, yo, we should have did this and that instead of that. We definitely should have did this. It would have worked versus them because they put us in this trap. Blah 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 blah. And we all agreed, fix that up, and going to the tournament hardpoint, it's hard. It's hard map to lose because we're spawning on good side. Giving us good side terminal is just insane, in my opinion. I think if people were saying we were ego challenge Seattle because they were undefeated on terminal, but we're a great hardpoint team, and you're putting us on a better side of a map that like basically guarantees us 2 full 60s off the break. We're not 2 full 60s, but a full 60 in P2 and then like a contest spot and P1 that is better for that hill in my opinion. And we end up winning the map 154. Pretty dominant. And I mean, overall, I think the series out of us was really good. I think a lot of people doubted our S&Ds, but once again, like I said in the last video, we've only played the maps for one time in matches, and this was the second time we played Karachi, and as you can see, we adapted really well on the map and basically changed up a few strats that we thought were bad or not so good in the first match, and kind of just played a little bit more disciplined. That was kind of our motto going into this weekend. It was just play discipline, bro. Let's not swoop down to anybody's level and play at that level of just ego challenging them and kind of just giving them, you know, free picks or free bloods or just this and that. Just make sure we're common and doing stuff together. And like I said, once again, just playing discipline. The Saturday matches started off with a New York versus Vegas. And once again, like I said before, don't think Vegas looking the brightest right now, looking that good right now. So I think this was an easy match for New York. Once again, map score looked kind of close on the first map, but that's how the schedule hardpoint goes. And I mean, New York is considered a top 4 team, so they're kind of expected to win this series like this, especially with the form Vegas is in. That's simple, quick. Not really gonna go over too much in that series. That's just as easy as it gets. Next series we had Atlanta FaZe versus Seattle. So obviously, after beating Seattle, I playing them, I thought this was gonna be a close series, and in my opinion, it was not close. It looked like once again, I'm gonna keep saying this. It looks close on the scoreboard, but they win the high rise S&D. I think FaZe came out and said that was the first time they played high rise S&D, so it makes sense. They got some stuff to adapt to, and they finished it in 4. I mean, overall, FaZe is looking really good. They're looking good in every game mode, basically. I think Zach tweeted out saying he needs to get better at S&D, and that's just, I know Zach, and he's definitely going to grind some S&D to get better at that game mode. I think he had like a pretty bad weekend in S&D in general, but the kid's gross. He'll figure it out. Overall, once again, FaZe looking really good. We played them at our last match of the split, so I'm definitely excited for that match because it's definitely gonna be a test for both teams going into the major and kind of build some momentum and some confidence going into the LAN. But yeah, overall, I mean, I think Seattle had a tough weekend. They played us and they played FaZe. So I think they definitely need to go to the drawing boards and kind of figure out some things in terms of like discipline and kind of not, you know, letting the game come to them, I guess you can say. I think it's as simple as that. They're a really talented team. They just need to figure out a few things or figure out fix a few mistakes, and they'll be good. Next match we had the banger matchup, the Clayster versus Scrappy. We did not get to watch this one, I don't think, but we just knew it was a slammage. They play sub-base hardpoint first map, and it doesn't even go to 250. But I think I seen a clip of like Dill Envoy going on the H spree, and they kind of just slammed him. This was kind of like an alley-oop for us for the next day, because they got DoorDash here, and then yeah, they basically got DoorDash the next day. Carolina just in a weird spot right now where I think the thing about Carolina is they're playing with zero confidence. And that's the biggest thing. That's the number one thing in Call of Duty, is always play with confidence, no matter what your scoreline is, whatever matter the scoreline is, whatever your individual scoreline is, the series count. Play with some confidence. And I think right now they are overthinking a lot of things and playing with little to no confidence. And I think it shows in their gameplay because they look really slow as a team. And they just look off pace. And it's as simple as that. If you play against a good team like Toronto, they're gonna dominate you. It's as simple as that. You can't really bittersweet. Like, it's just, I mean, you can't really like beat around the bush. They're gonna get dominated if they play with no confidence, because Toronto's playing with the utmost confidence. And once again, like I said, number one rule, you gotta play with some confidence. Yeah. So anyways, DoorDash challenge, up to the next match. We play first. So this was my thing. I joined Optic, and they were always telling me we always play last. I'm somehow playing at 7:30. I'm like, what is going on? What have y'all been playing on? Obviously, me coming from LA, West Coast time, we're 2 hours behind. We're playing pretty early. No matter if we're last match, if we're first match, we're playing at literally the sun just came up. But anyways, like I said, we play against Carolina. They got alley-oop to us because they literally played last match on Saturday and they played first match on Sunday. Kind of insane. But once again, we knew they weren't looking too good, and we came out and kind of handled business. And like I said before, going into this weekend as a team, I kept repeating it. I don't know if the comms will drop it. I was just like, yo, make sure we're playing discipline this weekend. Make sure we're not swooping down to these teams' level and giving them the challenge that they want. Like, teams aren't going to play at the same pace as us, so let's not scam and overall, give them a chance to beat us, because realistically, to me, I don't think they have a chance to beat us. And I'm just as confident. I'm just super confident in our team. And I think the only way we ever lose, especially to a team we're probably on paper not supposed to lose to, is if we scam or, overall like take some challenges that we're not supposed to. So I think we handled that perfectly in this match, and we straight dominated this. 250, 129 to schedule hard point, and we started on the bad side. I'm pretty sure again. Maybe we started on the good side. I don't remember. I think we started on the bad side in this again. And that's pretty typical. To win the map by 120, I guess, 121, and you start on the bad side, that means we cleared ran through them. Anyways, Terminal SD, once again, we played it one time, got criticized over for losing round 11, and we fixed up some things like not leaving Ant at the plane by himself, even though, what I will say, it was Ant's call to be at the plane by himself. So it was not the strat. That wasn't a strat we made. It was a in the moment, in the match type of thing where Ant was like, yo, stack that bomb site. I think they're going to go to that bomb site, but I'll solo plane. I'll be good. And they end up going plane. Unlucky. But we kind of adapted to that. 1-6-2. And once again, dominant fashion. But yeah, to speak on some things too, Brandon broke the hardpoint record in the first map with a 2.3. And even after the match won, after the map was won, I was like, damn, Brandon, 2.3, okay. And then I think, or maybe I'm tripping. Or no, I'm pretty sure. Did he break the record 2.3? I think he did. Anyways, I think there's something like that. And then he broke the record with a 4.0 in the S&D, and then AG broke the control record with a 2.7 on Garage Control. AG loves that map. I'll say that right now without giving too much away. He loves it. I mean, we've played it literally in every match that we have. So every match we had. So it's definitely not us like always picking it, because it's definitely a map that we want to play, but we obviously want to get reps in other maps. So teams are definitely picking that against us, and we won at 3-0. Carolina ended up throwing a smoke on accident, and once the smoke popped, I knew it was over. Because if you really think about it, if you break a GA like that where you throw a smoke, you don't want to come off as like that guy that like accidentally threw the smoke and used it. You know what I mean? So like they're all waiting for the smoke to leave, and some of them are running away from the smoke, making bad plays because they don't want to use the smoke, and it's just like they're GG. Mentally, they're just checked. So we ended it hot with a 3 on the control, and like I said before, door dashed them, slammage, and we keep it moving. But yeah, once again, to like all the green wall and the fans, if you really wanted to know what was our mindset going into this weekend, it was really just discipline. We know how good we are in practice, and realistically, if we don't scam or make plays that we normally don't, like we know we shouldn't make, then we'll definitely win our respawns. I think we have too much talent and too much pace, and obviously good players in each role, that the only way we lose is if we like play into another team's game. So it's as simple as that. Just wanted you guys to know that without giving too much away, and it's as simple as that. Won the match, good weekend out of us. We end the weekend 2-0. Next match. So next match, once again, is like I said before, is pretty surprising because it speaks to how inconsistent some of these teams are kind of playing. LAT 3-0'd Boston, who everybody sees Boston as a good team. I mean, on paper they have a great roster. LAT has a great roster. LAT 3-0'd them. Then they come and get 3-0'd by LAG, and nobody really expected this at all. And honestly, LAG just played some good COD. It's as simple as that. I mean, I think Domicon showed up. Fame definitely showed up in this match, and it looked pretty hard for LAT. And I'll say it, and it hurts to say because I was a part of, like, I think all of them except this one. LAG is 6-1 against LAT in overall record, and that is just insane. I don't know what we were doing, but I guess you could say that this LAT team was kind of set up for failure. But overall, like I said, I want to give a shout out to LAG because they were not looking too great, and I think this match for sure gave them some positive eyes from the community, because it shows that they can shoot with some of the best, or some of their middle pack teams, I guess, and that they're not here to just basically lay down and give up. But yeah, well played to them. Good stuff by LAG, and obviously LAT got some stuff to work on. Simple as that. That's why the break's here. Next match. Last match of the weekend, we got Toronto versus Boston. So once again, like I spoke on before, LAT 3-0'd Boston. So Boston was winless until this match. So they're hosting the first major, and they're going in, their first little half of the split is winless into this match. And like I said before, they needed a bounce back match, and I think it's the perfect match for them. Confidence-wise, momentum-wise, they beat a hot Toronto. I think Dill had a really poor series. I don't think you'll ever see that from Dill ever again. Definitely a 1-0 series. I mean, Boston just played better COD that day. It's as simple as it gets. I mean, COD's so day-to-day based that, like, some teams may just play better than you in that day, and that's where the game plan and sticking to the game plan and stuff like that is, like, so pivotal. Because even when you're not shooting the greatest, if you're putting yourself in good positions with your teammates and using your teamwork, you can kind of pull some of these dubs out. But once again, Boston just kind of took over the series, and I think this kind of spiraled from the first match. I mean, the first map. Like, Dill went 10 and 30 or something like that, and once again, it's just not numbers that Dill puts up, and I think that kind of just, like, pokes a crack in, like, your confidence for a bit for the match. And I mean, they lose the S&D kind of convincingly too. I think Capsule had a very, very dominant S&D, and I mean, when Cap gets going in S&D, it's kind of hard to stop him. So overall, good match by Boston. And also, Austin Slasher straight Thanos snapped Insight in the last round as control, and that was kind of nutty because Insight was preeming, and Austin kind of slid at him and won a probably less favorable gunfight. Typical out of him. Great match by Boston. Good bounce back. And I mean, Toronto, I don't think Toronto's looking too much into this match. They got slammed. You just kind of look at it as that. You got slammed. They bounced back after the break. And I think the next matches they have coming up are going to be some hard ones for any team that they're playing, because they're definitely coming back with a vengeance and kind of show a point like we ain't going nowhere. So good luck to any team playing Toronto in the future. And yeah, that'll be it for all the matches. I mean, GG's. I wouldn't say I kind of rushed through this one, but this one's, I kind of like skipped skim through a lot. I didn't really go over certain plays in the maps because, once again, we were scrimming a lot. We've been grinding as a team, so we haven't gotten able to watch a lot of it. Just like a little skim here and there. But I hope you guys once again enjoyed the video. I am gonna keep doing these because I love talking about COD. I love just, you know, getting into it and kind of talking about plays and how plays develop in COD, especially for our team. And if I feel like I'm giving too much away, I'll probably stop doing these, unfortunately, or at least stop talking about our teams as in depth. But once again, make sure you comment some nice things. Actually, comment some nice things, or comment some things that you think I should actually implement to these videos, or what I should add, what you think I'm missing, what am I not really talking about as much. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If not, happy holidays, everybody. Loving all the support I've been getting lately. I mean, I'm trying to stay up on the content grind, and I appreciate all the support that Greenwall has been giving me lately. Definitely feeling all the love. I mean, I feel like for me, it definitely wasn't expected. Been fighting with the green wall forever, from being the villain, and it feels good to be on the other side now. And just want to say, super appreciate you guys, and once again, make sure you throw a like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.